and Start With Me.
But it's a good album.
That was. I know there's a lot of disagreements within this circle about some of those albums, but yeah, that's one I don't quite understand being on there.
That is crazy.
I never really heard anything
classic,
out of the box.
I wouldn't say a classic,
or if I did, it wasn't memorable.
Can me and you talk about the artist that we don't think should be on there, but he's on there 3 times?
Really?
You're gonna gas me up.
I'm gonna gas you up. Tyler the Creator. None of that shit should be on there.
One of the greatest artists of this generation. But that's
Get the
okay.
fuck out of here.
Easily.
Dude, he's nothing crazy.
He is. I'm sorry.
Me.
His music is garbage.
He is a fantastic artist. He has proven himself time and time again. Musicianship. He's one of the greatest performers.
Igor is the worst album I've ever heard in my life.
That's
worse.
Crazy. Worse than this Yeet album.
Yes.
That's insane.
Same part.
Hey, bro, Tyler the Creator's. He's not.
I'm
ass.
sorry.
He's not ass at all.
No, he's ass.
I think honestly, I love some of his songs.
No, he's ass.
But like, his albums are not that great to me.
His songs are not great.
I just never go back to his albums.
I think you can
argue
argue
it's different strokes, and he's one of my favorite artists of all time.
It's different. I don't know. It's
But
just like I can't.
I respect the opinion. Look, even like how long was I a Tyler fan before you even fucked with anything he did? Like years. You know what I mean?
I miss Yonkers Tyler. That's what I miss.
Yeah, that's when I jumped on the bandwagon and I followed him ever since. And I'm a fan of pretty much everything that he does outside of a couple of things. And no, it's not all perfect. And the thing is that with him, he is the sole proprietor of the music. He doesn't have people around him telling him what to do. He makes everything himself. So at the end of the day, when you don't have the shit, to bounce off of other people, yeah, sometimes you get a little too caught up in what you think is great, and maybe it doesn't turn out the best. But overall, craftsmanship, all right, you want to say he's not, and I'll give you that. He's not the greatest rapper of all time. And I know that. That's perfectly fine. But as far as the craftsmanship of his actual albums as a whole, he's concise. He's absolutely, it's cohesive. It's to a point. It's a topic, and he accomplishes that topic time and time again. That's where I'll give him on that. I do understand if you don't like his rapping. I get if you don't like him. I understand. But I'll always ride for him. He is one of my favorite artists ever of all time. And specifically on the performance aspect, he fucking blows so many people out of the water. His set design, the way he performs, his energy, how well he actually performs on stage. He's not just going up there and repeating words. He's like he turns it into a show.
No,
it's a full performance.
Performance I'll give you, because I'll be honest with you, you're not gonna believe me, but that was my first concert that I went to, was a Tyler show.
Which
album? That's only because it came with ASAP. That was the ASAP tour.
That was a while ago, man.
Was that
It was when they started being like really close friends, and then they went on tour in 2015. As soon as we got out of high school.
Oh yeah, and that's where, which even Tyler alludes to, that was the era of his worst album, Cherry Bomb.
And that's the thing. I didn't even go for Tyler. I went for ASAP.
Right.
So I think it was him.
I still think Tyler's good.
Him, ASAP, Danny Brown, and
Vince Staples, I think.
And Vince Staples. Yeah, you're right.
I didn't go, but I know a bunch of people that went.
Vince, they fucked Vince so bad. They brought that dude out when there was like 20 people there.
Well, that's what he was. He opened for Tyler.
Shout out Vince, by the way. He dropped his Netflix show. I haven't watched it yet.
I know. I want to check that out.
I love Vince Staples. I love Vince Staples.
Vince Staples is cold.
And I will take that album his very first album over any Tyler album.
And again,
in my opinion,
which is fit. And look, I'm not going to argue your opinion on that, because I'm going to be extremely biased about Tyler, so that's why I don't even try and argue it at the end of the day, because I have my opinion.
We all got our opinions.
But I mean, and I'm not saying this affects the music, but also if it weren't for Tyler and Mac Miller, Vince Staples would not even be a rapper at all.
Oh yeah,
and he's said that on numerous publications and shit. But that doesn't matter.
That is true.
It's the music at the end of the day.
But it's different music.
That's just a tidbit.
So where I'm at with Tyler is I think Flower Boy and Igor absolutely have to be there. I think they are some of the best albums of the last decade. Where you get me, and I'm not mad at it all the way. Call Me If You Get Lost. I think that's a borderline classic. I reside in the fact that it's not a classic, but I think it's one of those on the fence. It's the Forever Stories. It's the Mr. Morales. It's the albums that are just flirting with the idea of classic. Some people call it a classic. Some people don't. I don't know if it's quite reached there. That's how I feel about Call Me If You Get Lost.